stuck with my crush. At the Sky Motel, Jung Minjun walked silently. Suddenly he was shocked and said, "Ah." He saw Han Yena waiting for him outside. She immediately hugged Jung Minjun with her entire body, pressing against him, and started to cry. Sob, sniff, the professor. They stood on the quiet street, no zombies. In sight, Han Yena still clinging to him, savoring the moment. Meanwhile, inside room 206, silence lingered. A few moments later, Seo Hajun, standing next to Seo Jaehoon, cried out, "Wah!" Moon Ji-yoon said softly, "Honey." Seo Hajun, crying, sobbed, "Nk." Seo Jaehoon smiled faintly and said, "I told you I am fine, Hajun." As Seo Hajun continued crying, Seo Jaehoon added, "I told you, did I not? I am sorry I could not tell you in advance, but I was diagnosed with cancer a few months ago. I would not have lived long anyway, so it is okay. Do not be too sad. You have to find your sister, right? Everyone. When the time comes, we all die. It is only a matter of whether it comes sooner or later. My friend passed away from illness less than a year after his child was born. And there are so many people who face death even earlier than that, you know? Hajun, you must find your sister, right? Just seeing how much you have grown. I think I have lived a truly happy life, so do not be too sad. That is just how life is." Jung Minjun listened silently to Seo Jaehoon. A few moments later, still in room 206, Seo Jaehoon whispered, "What I told Hajun was a lie." Kang Hokcheol, confused, said, "Pardon? Then that means..." Kang Hokcheol began. Seo Jaehoon nodded. "Yes, the cancer diagnosis was not true. I only said that so the child would be a little less sad." As the virus began to spread through his body, Seo Jaehoon continued, "If he realizes I am leaving like this so suddenly, it will be even harder for Hajun to bear. So please keep it a secret." From Hajun, "This is about all I can do as a father, to the very end. Still, I lived fairly long. It was a good life. Kang Hokcheol, my daughter, I really wanted to see her. Please help my family reunite with my daughter Hokcheol and Honey." He held Moon Ji-yoon's hands tightly. "Please take care of Kang Hokcheol and Hajun." Han Yena burst into tears as the room fell silent. Kang Hokcheol remembered Seo Jaehoon's words, "If I turn into an infected, do not go out of your way to kill me. Just leave me in this room. Once I am infected, I am no longer human. If I stay locked here, I might starve to death eventually. But if I remain alive as an infected, and if the chaos in the world settles down, and a cure is developed, or a treatment that can make us fully recover is found, if by any chance that happens..." Suddenly, Seo Jaehoon sat up from the bed, growling, "Grr." Kang Hokcheol remembered his last words, "Come back for me." "Then, I will be waiting." Kang Hokcheol stepped out of the room, glancing back one last time. A few moments later, on the rooftop of the Sky Motel, Han Yena asked, "Will there ever be a cure that can bring the infected back to themselves?" Kang Hokcheol sighed. I am not in medicine, so I do not know for sure. But I think it is almost impossible. Like the professor said, once you are infected, you are no longer human. And no one has ever proven that an infected will starve to death after months without eating. Of course, it would be amazing if a cure could be developed soon. Han Yena frowned and said, "Oh, right. But what happened back in the hallway?" Kang Hokcheol replied, "The infected did not attack Jung Minjun. The way I see it, Jung Minjun, you were like giving orders to the infected." Han Yena stared at Jung Minjun, shocked and confused. "Does that even make sense? You are saying Jung Minjun gave orders to the infected?" Jung Minjun shook his head. "No, that is not it. I was just overwhelmed with rage and shouted like that. There is no way the infected heard me and attacked Park Songbin because I said so, right? Maybe they just rushed at a non-infected because he was right in front of them." Kang Hokcheol said, So the infected only do not attack you when your symptoms flare up, right? Will the symptoms come back again?" Jung Minjun said, "Oh, seems like it. I do not know when it will happen again, though. Come to think of it, in the game Rage Z, there is a ruler of the zombie horde. They call it the only special infected in that world who is fully conscious. It thinks like a human and gives orders to the infected so they act more intelligently. Of course, I do not think I have become that undead king. My symptoms come and go. When the symptoms disappear, the infected attack me again. I do not know if I am fully infected or immune, but with side effects. Whether I can actually command the infected or not, I will have to test it next time the symptoms flare up. Hanyena sweated and said to herself, but if Young Minjin stays infected like this, could I catch it from him too? Then would it be dangerous to get close to? No way. Oh, of course I would not do it, but then, for Young Minjin, kissing or making out, sharing love, that kind of thing would be impossible. Obviously, there is no way I would ever get involved with him. But what if Young Minjin's body is infected so he cannot share love with anyone? I mean, obviously, seriously, clearly, and absolutely, there is no way in heaven I would ever do that with this jerk. But is he doomed to go his whole life without even kissing anyone, a lifelong virgin? Then what do we do? As Hanyena came to the realization, her eyes grew wide, and she said to herself, seriously? He is freaking pitiful, Jung Minjun, to go your whole life without ever being with a girl. As she walked away, she said softly to herself, please, I hope, you are not in a fully infected state. Young Minjun, confused, looked at Hanyena making a scene for herself on the rooftop. A few moments later, Kang Hachiol said, we are not forgetting anything, right? Moon Jiun said, yes. Kang Hachiol said, madam, I will just drive. I do not have a license, but in a world like this, that does not matter anymore. Yes, got it. Kang Hachiol glanced at Seo Hajun. Seo Hajun looked sad and silent. Kang Hachiol said to Jung Minjun, you sit in the back together with Yena, and I will put Hajun in the front seat. Jung Minjun, confused, said, okay. Kang Hachiol said, it is about 4 to 5 kilometers to Gunja Station. Getting isolated in a dangerous spot while driving would be the worst. We will go as carefully as possible. Kang Hachiol started the engine of the ambulance, and they drove off. Kang Hachiol said, Seo Hajun. Seo Hajun said, yes? Kang Hachiol said, I escaped from North Korea when I was about your age. My parents had already passed away before that, and when I escaped with my younger siblings, 7 and 9 years old, we went through so much. I lost my little brother in the process too. But back then, aside from accepting my situation, there was not anything I could do, other than desperately surviving and making it out. I did not even have time to grieve. I cannot give you fancy words of comfort, but what matters is this. If we find your sister, the only one who can protect your only family, your sister and your mother, is you, and you alone. So, keep your head straight. You are not just an ordinary kid anymore. Seo Hajun began sweating as the weight of reality sank in, and he said, yes. Suddenly, Kang Hachiol saw something on the road ahead and stopped the ambulance. Wait, there is something, he said, as the others grew confused. Kang Hachiol parked the ambulance. Ahead of them was a car covered in blood, reinforced with armor and spikes. A zombie stood in front of the car, snarling, Rah! Grana. Kang Hachiol was shocked and confused. He muttered to himself, What kind of vehicle is that? Is it coming this way? Then he shouted to the others, keep your heads down. Seo Hajun said, What is it? Jung Minjun, sweating, said, I do not know who it is, but whoever is in that vehicle, they are definitely dangerous. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.